It's certain shit I won't do, certain shit you can't prove. My shit sound like a payday, it was like more when the rent. If I had $1 for every dime you counted, I would be broke. Why the go? And they know I'm raw, and they know the squad, and I'm feeling lost, still in charge. I don't make it follow, I follow the law. Standing tall like they on Mars. I just got a call from my bro, he behind the wall, he told me let it off. Niggas lying for some cat, I got a different line in me. Everybody intimidated, I got that guy in me. You can focus on them dimes, I'd rather keep my nine with me. Help me get this off the ground, just know you won't fly with me now.
I try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna be the living. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home the truth. I ain't never had to choose.
I'm trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up, man. Y'all try and make the news. I ain't playing by the rules. I've been trying to play it cool, but that ain't gonna pay the bill. Y'all out here looking like fool. Home of the truth. Y'all ain't never had to choose. Trying to get beamed up.
Listen, how many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. Maybe I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. Especially with your fallacies, most of us can only see through scopes of generalities. When niggas say it's up, all I can think about is gravity. It's gotta go down. So if it's death, I take my mic, I'm going underground. Sick with it, patiently waiting. I see you masked up, do anything for money and clout, cause you gassed up. Now I could be wrong, and I ain't trying to prolong, but these images you project and keep us singing the sad songs. The love of money is the root of all evil. So every time you draw us for blood, like a needle, I just have to paint the picture. So I definitely need an easel so you can see deceptions and the depth of all perceptions, misdirections, the tricks to keep you put behind bars. Cause a lion won't be a king if he don't fight through the scars. Say that I can feel your pain like you poke voodoo dolls, and putting our hands on y'all will not further the cause. Pause. Systematic oppression in the dissection keeps us in the circle of circumspection for our protection. And because of our complexion, no power, no connection, they will question your honor while we stand in objection. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. If I was you, I see why you be mad at me. Inherited the pedigree, the school of practicality, focused on reality, illuminating tragedy. No time to be coy, you niggas murderers, revenge bringers, tears of joy. Fresh broad red strokes of infrared beams, symbolisms you learn while enforcing the catechism. You claim to love your people, but champions of division, creating your own isms, thus makes you a schism. No matter how you slice it, it's like you hit a lick but couldn't determine what the price is. Pointing finger guns because death is what suffices. Freely a shooter but yet a slave to these devices. I'm just speaking real. How many of us traumatized for you to rise? Guess you aiming for the Pulitzer Prize that's in the sky. Hope it's worth the sacrifice of your brothers and all the mothers that cry because you felt like your people were fit to die. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. How many finger guns you gonna aim at me? We all get to point you a shooter, that's the apogee. Your surgical remover of life, that's hysterectomy. AB, I don't see this as a test, don't start correcting me. Yeah.
Chicago faces an epidemic of gun violence. This year alone, more than 2,100 people have been shot, more than 400 killed.
The U.S. has recorded its highest increase in rates of homicide in modern history.
I know people who can't walk from their house to the store without a gun on them.
Why is that a reality? Why do people feel like they have to have a gun on them?
Because people getting killed left and right. It's sad.
I got shot twice now. I could have been gone, but I'm still here, so that's God. I know that's what. So it's hell on earth.
It's hell on earth?
Yeah, it's hell on earth.
this is Ride with Lex.
They talk about, man. Oh, no. Yeah, it's about time, so don't curse it to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to dawn,
But
you
what's
get
what?
another legacy.
It's how to do the shit. When I do it carefully. You can lose everything you own over jealousy. When I met her, I ain't never sweat her, I just let her breathe. See you down, keep my foot on you, that's not my pedigree. At your throat, I done took her oath, I pray I never leave. I'm a different guy, your surprise tucked in my sleeve. Boy, you fucking stupid, sold your seat for some bloody beef. True nation, cut the conversation, better keep it brief.
It's about time, so don't curse it to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Music gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Music gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. They don't wanna know, we tell them, they just won't believe. It's about the journey, I ain't worried, moving at my speed. Saying we ain't much to be desired, gotta disagree. Scarring one of mine, then we spinning like rotisserie. Go against the odds, I'm ready, it's another victory. Cut different, niggas moving foul, where the referee. Moving like the military, something they ain't never seen. One West world for the people, this is what they need.
It's about time, so don't curse it to our enemies. You can try to run where you going, it's your destiny. You gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Music gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy. It's about time, send them curses to them enemies. You can try to run where you going, this your destiny. Music gotta fall, never rise, that's the melody. What you get to witness, the beginning of a legacy.
I guess I should ride with Lex.
All right, this is Rudy Speech, man. We got Captain Tower in the building.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rudy Speech, man. Understand, I'll break it down right quick.
Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine. Big glow, I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got $1 million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. Fake cats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small cats. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka, equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak with a bin shot ya. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not insigner. My conglomerate wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm throughout pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect. Pay homage that I'm one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I said I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood. Don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now one West about put me up in a starship. About to fly the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. down, no we up. I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designing charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, know Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain above 50. Lost my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause the niggas getting foul, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in the peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a park, but together. Homie, I've been one West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West when I start. One West bred, one West vetted, one West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, one West.
Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Handle like to teddy bears, I'm trying to leave your block romantic. Flicking off the hip, I lead a scene, looking like I'm dancing. Ain't one Westworld, best believe we not gonna stand big titties on a drum. The stick figure looking outstanding. Rip his top with the hands of the Lord, call that God tears. Send a spear right to the sky and watch his front tear. I'm that nigga cause I run with them niggas, so let's get that clear. Don't question who say I'm the GOAT. I tell them God did. In order to be the best, you gotta beat the best. To me, that's suicide. Of course, I sound cocky to a glizzy eater. Fuck your pride. Don't need a horoscope to see I'm a star, so fuck your sign. You can believe in anything you want, but as for me and mine, God mode. I am what I am, so let's just keep in mind. I wanna be like yeah, Kyrie, they wanna be like I. She said she lost until she found me, and then she found a tribe, and then I make a bout face until she called me out of wine. The weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. More time, no questions asked, we come and find you. His problems, my problems, and I'm standing behind you. Stepping with style, I'm standing on shit. I'm proud of I take on the crowd. Tell them all, throw in a towel. Half moon with a silencer, make it sound like a howl. We the shit, we about movements with a growl. Heavy is the head with the crown. When I take it, I'm proud. I get the order, bring my sword back wet with a smile, nigga. I'm an Israelite rapper, nigga. Would never hit his wife, but I'll go at you. I make commitments to a gun if I'm talking about a tantrums. Nigga said he a stand-up dude, that mean we laughing, nigga. Jumped on the beat, start snapping, you leaving fractures. Red and green bean, I'm Gucci, you thinking fashion. There go shoot for the green, and I ain't talking St. Patrick. You screaming all lives, I'm screaming all guns matter. Keep it biblical, talking in parables, cause it matter. If I say bring Jake up, I'm talking about a ladder. He was the wave till I came with the fire, no John the Baptist. Who cared you did it first? You should be worried about who after. I'm connected in any habitat, shit I adapted. Nose job on a brand new snub is all plastic. That's why I show up the court with jeans on. I'm never slacking. You a rapper turned Israelite. I'm an Israelite rapping. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. Weapons of our warfare is not carnal, I was born in it. You converted, this is not for you. Leave an imprint of my legacy with a spot for you. No way you can endure to the end if you not loyal. More time, no questions asked, we come and find you. His problems, my problem. Stepping with style, I'm standing on shit on my product. I take my pride, tell them all, throw in the towel. Throw in the towel.
Heavy is the head with the crown. When I take it, I'm proud. I get the water, bring my sword back, wait with a smile, nigga.
Pando killed the beat.
I don't know who, somebody need to hear this. Y'all speak Hebrew, that's Yiddish. How the fuck you try to label us anti-Semitic? We the Israelites, blacks, native Hispanics. The Germans get locked up for the Holocaust. Meanwhile, black people still up in the Holocaust. 100 million of us died in the transatlantic. 6 million died. Y'all want the world to never forget it. You can never be a Jew. You a Ashkenaz. This ain't a star dumb. A gun that would die. Yeah, Yeezy told the truth and got ostracized. Not one person in the Bible had on a yarmulke. We were slaves in America like we was in Egypt. Y'all don't even fit the curses in the Torah neither. Y'all was blind to the truth. I had to make it clear how Jerusalem, your land, your people came from Europe. That was 1947. Your menorah got 9 sticks. It's really only 7. Yeah, it's us against the world. Armageddon. This what happened when you inherit lies from your ancestors. Y'all the synagogue of Satan with them black hats. Your whole nation sitting ducks. Aflac. Bunch of thieves and culture vultures, ain't nothing kosher. To tell the truth, you vagabonds don't have a culture. Macedonia, Alexander, and Philip, you a convert, so tell me, how the fuck is you Israel? That don't make you the people just cause you live there. Why my people can't hate your people like y'all hate Hitler? All the prophets was black and was called nigga. Y'all don't even fit the description that's in the scriptures. Abraham, all the way down to Jacob, we the real Jews. Y'all don't study Christ, y'all follow the Talmud. Keep it real, yeah, let's keep it real. Cold hard truth, it give you chills. Say y'all Jewish cause y'all ain't really them. About to do them like Hammond, it's the Feast of Purim. You BK undefeated, this an easy win. We was born fighting, y'all the evil twin. Jacob took hold of his heel, then out came his little red bastard, they kosher deals. It's only 12 tribes, y'all trying to make it 13. Esau despised his birthright, the Lord cursed him. You ain't the devil, who is? I'm still searching. Ask your rabbi, why he get them babies herpes? I don't know what's worse, that or you claiming that you a Maccabee. I'm about to cancel, everybody try to cancel ye. I ain't afraid to speak, that's what I do. They riding to the core, I'm just judging them by their fruit. Cause they ain't suffering curses. If I was carnal, I promise I'd punch you in person. I know this an uncomfortable subject. They making millions off our culture and black people suffering from it. Yeah, they don't believe in Christ. They the Antichrist. Make a living off of niggas. They're a parasite. I ain't afraid to tell the truth. Niggas terrified. I'm about to go DEFCON 4. I ain't satisfied.
That is proof. That is absolute proof that they know we are the real Jews. That's absolute proof. You got the records. Go back on archaeology in Egypt. You were a piece of archaeology with white people as slaves in Egypt. So don't tell me that they were slaves and it's their identity, and they know it. And I know the blasphemy of them. The Lord knows the blasphemy of you so-called white people that say you are Jews and you are not Jews. You are not the people of the law. You are not God's chosen people. God's chosen people are living in the ghettos of America. God's chosen people are in poverty and depression in the streets of America. God's chosen people are walking around in America with no identity. That's where God's chosen people are.
Yeah, those are messed up, no. Bad news is to beat your home, nigga. Yeah. Go on, get on that ass real quick one time. 144, baby.
They said you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that bitch, I ride that bitch just like a horse. She about to go dumb, yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord, so that bitch is either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm too hardcore. Wait up, let me make a call right quick. I'ma start another war. I was hurting when she left, but I don't care about anymore. I need a Vaseline like my Nina Puffer for I took a Zach, watch the dark. Matter of fact, like a dart. Any problem, let them come. We gon' snatch they soul like Shane Shaw. Put them out of service, keep them tools like Miss Harper Free. Try to hope it's way too late. I'm headed straight to the safe. Throw that shit about to go dumb. Yeah, bitch, me whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the fart. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You even low on this Lord. Told that bitches either or. Yeah, I know them niggas ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. Yeah, I just got off the call. I'ma start another war. Spit a plate up with my niggas. Get your knife and your fork. They ain't locked in with the coat and with the speaking to me fart. Yeah, I just took the floor. Ain't no cowards in my campaign. They can't stop the campaign. Tell them bring the champagne. They know I'm a champion. They can see the outcome. Get them niggas bad, got them tied down and out there. You can't do with them steppers. Niggas been down since day one. We run up the bands, bitch, like Dylan. They say you get on, you gon' represent. I said, of course. Soon as they crank that beat, I read that bitch just like a horse. Yeah, about to go dumb. Yeah, bitch, we whole guard. You ain't know they call me Obi-Wan. I come with the force. You gon' ride, yeah, of course. Get it lit up like a torch. You either low or this low. Told that bitches either or. I told you niggas, you ain't cut like that. I swear I'm to our court. And I just made the call. We gon' start another war. Yeah.
From Westworld. Let's get it. Don't be sure, tell them make sure. If not, we gon' make more. Clips say it hold 20, but I think it could take more. Grab a stick, fire on your camp, we gon' make s'mores. I ain't satisfied with my spot, then I'ma take yours. No matter how many roadblocks in my way, I'ma break forward. This path I'm on is so damn narrow, I just stay forward. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, I just ate more. Put them on my plate, I'm never full, give me 8 more. Nigga, I don't sugarcoat shit, bitch, I'm straightforward. Don't give a fuck if they don't let me in, I just break doors. Ballin' so hard, they asking what team that I play for. Scammer who? They ain't stopped making guns when they made yours. Sick with it. Feeling like I woke up with stage 4. They ain't want the beast loose, what they opened up the cage for. Endure the pain, been through hard times is what I'm made for. Paid my dues, never left a wage, I just rage roar. So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Still against all enemies. In high school, you was the man that's lost memory shit. Lost energy, never lost my energy. Never lose control, never losing, dog. I plan to keep you. Lose your mind where I'm from. I ain't talking from what you see. I never lost soul, losing time, wasting steady pacing. You off track, I'm on that. You pray to God, hoping He can save you. But the power about war, and that's a different angle. This another lost cause, and I'm just adding to the list. They not seeing me for that reason. Got a flash on the grip. Nigga, big priest. They gon' judge me by my increase. And I'ma keep stepping in these joys to the increase. Just got off the phone with Jacob, and he said it's time to shine. Certified, blue dot, put it on you, now you verified. One Westworld, bigger than World War III. Do not sleep, it's not cheap, and it's still top 3.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Came on boats and then chains. So when I get rich, I'ma grab a boat and 10 chains with 12 ribs from each tribe. And each rib gonna have at least 3 kids. Yeah, I'ma have a deep squad. Been rapping since knee high. Now a nigga shack size. Spit that holy fire. When you hear it, you get baptized. One Westworld, yeah, you niggas know the logo. And I'ma bust it down so the haters see the glow. Let's have a feast, let's shine on our enemies. Right in their face, let's blind all our enemies. Cause now we have, but we come from half not. Throw that cash on the ground, my nigga, let's cast lots. I started from the bottom, birthed out of mud, raised by gangsters, turned out a thug. I ain't give a fuck, burnt out I was, from hitting licks in and out and selling nicks in the drop.
So many chains and gold teeth, it's the blood of a slave. Sit on a throne with a gold crown from the blood of a slave. This is our world. Got it from the mud to the grave. Become a thing in the past, don't be a story in my page.
Yo, this be actually really hard.
UBK shit, South Coast shit, man. Shout out Bar Dog, Tennessee, up that business. Hey, get the money, hey. Get the money, nigga. Take the paper, bitch. Keep all of your morals, never slave for shit. Ice up on my wrist. Yeah, I'm hood rich. I don't give a fuck about to get pop quick. Yeah, I'm on that shit. Yeah, I'm in the town. Niggas talking about that G, but now they come around. Can they come around? Yeah, I'm up, nigga. Man, fuck all of these hoes, get the bucks, bitch. I'm a young rich nigga, I ain't tryna flex. You can tell I'm cold by the ice around my neck. Straight up, BBS, I charge you, boy, you wanna test. I don't get no shot up by the nigga or bitch. Boy, I love the life I live, cause a nigga keep it real. Nigga freshly hell, take that drip, but get your spill. I ain't little flip, getting pimped up by the hills. I'm a straight G though, getting paper like a miso. That's that South Coast stain if you're tryna hang. You be kidding about it, bang, boy, we rap the same. Nigga try to talk, but we rap that murder game. Get your ass pop, ain't nothing to a G. All up, bitches wanna fuck, but hell no, I don't pay no fee. Bitches leak 2G, got that ice, I make you sneeze. All these niggas lame as hell, can't even come around me. Bitches South Coast, South Carolina, bitch, I'm styling ya.
Really, no demons get control of me. No money get the best of me. No bitches getting up over me. Don't want much, nigga, I'm sucker free. That's the way it gotta be. These niggas chain these bitches, train y'all, chain is soak me. For real, this brotherhood a weapon. And bitch, we carry weapons. Black rob on nigga ass won't even need a weapon. And y'all be well protected. And y'all be well respected. And if you got a problem, then y'all well better address it. You cross that line, we ain't show no mercy. Cross that line, you ain't gon' need search. You pull up and they getting up. You ain't making no move, you ain't got no purse. On UBK, so I ain't never worried. I'm putting the murder, both of my hands dirty. For real, I learned from the OGs. I'm a young nigga, but I'm a certified priest. And not from Tennessee. In this minute-torn that I gotta keep my heat. You should play it safe, and we gon' play for keeps. For real.
Yeah, we're ready. All right, clap it up. All right, this is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under the command of Commanding General Yohana, the rightful leader of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in the last days. Again, I'm Officer Abraham, Officer 5000, here to hold down the scripture breakdown class for the night. Big ups to my man, my right hand with on my left hand side, Officer K out of war, Officer of 1000 holding it down with me tonight. Gonna be, diving into the questions about the Bible. If you have any questions, any biblical questions about the scriptures, this is the time that you bring them forth. You can type in your questions on the chat. If you're tuning in on Facebook, type it in the chat, and we'll be able to see it. We can answer all questions that you have. Of course, if I don't have the answer, I can get the answer for you. You understand? So this is the scripture breakdown class. This is Thursday night. You understand? Where we get those answers that your Christian pastor can't give you. You understand? Where the Muslim mosques have failed the Black community, we get those answers, those mysteries. We research them and give you the full breakdown, break it all the way down for you. You understand? And we take the mysticism off the Bible. The truth, it takes the mysticism off the scriptures. You understand? The truth gives the scriptures, a proper meaning according to how the words were really meant to be interpreted. Not how your Christian pastor learning from under the oppressor, not how he sees it, or not how these scholars, claim to be scholars of the scriptures, how they see these is how they see it. You understand? It's only these scriptures were only interpreted by the priests and prophets of the Lord. You understand? They were only for the priests and prophets of the Lord to decipher. You understand? Even Christ spoke in parables
Christ even said that he's speaking parables, lest everybody be converted. Meaning Christ spoke in parables, mysteries. He spoke things that people didn't readily understand. Because if he made it plain and clear, everybody will be converted. And Christ didn't want everybody to be converted. You understand? Just like we brothers in the Isupk, we soldiers, man. And not everybody is cut out to be a soldier. So we're not trying to petition to the masses to come into the truth. We're not doing it. We're doing exactly what Christ did, man. You understand? We calling out those brothers and sisters that are meant to be in here. They hear the voice of the Most High and they come running, man. You understand? We're not looking for, to join these other nations. We're not looking for Esau to come in here. We're not looking for the oppressor to come and join us. We're not looking for, just because they nice people to come and join us. If you're not Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian, a part of these lost 12 tribes, the ones that really need protection on the earth, if you're not a part of that, then you're not welcome here, man. The Lord doesn't want you in the nation if you're not of that lineage. You understand? We're gonna go into it tonight. We're gonna go into how everybody cannot be the Lord's chosen people, man. We're gonna go into how only Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians fit the curses of what's in Deuteronomy and all over the scriptures, man. Only Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians fit those curses. You understand? You don't have everybody just we had N.W.O in Fayetteville, had some Edomite liar, some devil, some deceiver try to say that the Irish were in slavery as well, which is a damn lie, man. And matter of fact, we're gonna go into that. We're gonna go in. We're gonna pull up the draft riots of the 1800s. We're gonna pull up the draft riots of the Civil War and go into how the Irish got so upset that Black people wanted to fight in the Union Army to help the Union. Black people wanted to fight because the Black people up north wanted to free their family members and their relatives down south. They wanted to abolish slavery so they could get to see their family again. And the Irish got so upset that Blacks were answering the draft call, they started killing Blacks, man. How damn the Irish try to take any credit for suffering like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have suffered here under this oppressor. How dare the Irish, man? You understand? And every other group and every other race of people, now the LGBTQ community trying to compare their struggle to the struggle of the Black man here in America. How dare you, man? How dare you LGBTs try to classify yourself as going through the same kind of, atrocities that the Black man have went through, that the Black woman have went through. You're disgusting, man. Who gives a damn about your sexual orientation? It's only the LGBTs that want to push their sexual orientation out to us in the public, wanting us to accept that garbage. And then when we don't, they say, we being persecuted. Man, they're sick in the head, man. We're gonna answer those questions too. No, the Lord does not love you LGBTs, man. QNHH hockey sticks. I don't care what you call yourself. If you was a man, then you need to act as a man. Men, when they partner with a mate, they partner with a woman. Period, man. If you a woman, you need to act as a woman. If you a woman, you partner with a man. That's it. Plain and simple. You understand? Not no different lifestyles and all this other garbage and nonsense we experience here in America. So like, if I could, N.W.O, I'm gonna keep talking right quick. Go pull these handles. You know what I'm saying? Get some circulation. You understand? That's what's destroying Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians today, man. All these different philosophies and all these different ways of life, these alternative lifestyles is destroying us here in this place, man. We were not meant to conform. We were not meant to join ourselves to these other nations and how they live their life, man. We were not to learn the customs and the ways of these other nations. The ways and customs of these other nations, the Bible says is vain, man. It's not for us. You understand? So go ahead, K out of way. If there's no questions online, hey, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshabrakatah, why Yahweh Shemal Athah by Shem Yahweh. You understand? To everybody joining us online, the sisters, the brothers joining us online, you know what I'm saying? Shalom, Israel. We're going to get it in. Y'all have any questions? Type them in the chat. You understand? Come on with it.
Comes book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, and verse 1. Gather yourselves together.
Do what?
Gather yourselves together.
Again, gather yourselves together, black people. Why are we looking for love in all these other places, man? Why are we looking for love from the oppressor? Why are we looking for love from I mean, when I say looking for love, what I mean is trying to be nice and trying to be cordial to these other nations. Meaning we have to work, we have to function around the so-called white man. We have to function around the Arabs and the Chinese and the Japanese. You understand? But you don't have to warrant their acceptance. You understand? If these other nations want to be your friend and hang out with you, then I always decline. Nah, man, yeah, you go home, and practice samurai sword fighting with your people. You understand? I don't want to be Jing Jing Child's friend. I don't want to go eat lunch with my Caucasian counterparts that I work with. Nah, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that simply because of the role that all these other nations had in the captivity of my nation. And all of them played a role, man. The Chinese, the Japanese, the Arabs, the so-called Jewish man, all of them, Irish, all of them played a role in our captivity, man. And to honor my foremothers and forefathers and the men and women and that come before me, I'm not gonna have them sitting at my table. I'm not gonna try to align myself. I don't want their friendship. I don't want their acceptance. I don't want their love. I don't want their hugs and kisses, man. I don't want their friendships. Nah, because they had a hand in my family picking cotton, being forced to work for free. And even up north, man, we had it was some kind of great thing to go up north and escape the up north on the Underground Railroad. You seen 12 Years a Slave? That man was free. Northrop. You know what I'm saying? I think his name was William Northrop. He was free. They drugged his tail and carried him back, put him 12 years back in slavery, man. I mean, destroyed that brother's spirit, man. Destroyed him. And countless other men and women that they was doing that too. Not only that, to live up north during slavery, you just was a slave that was paid a non-livable wage. You was still a slave. You was still a slave. You was still a 3/4 of a human being. You wasn't free. You wasn't free because you wash bed sheets for the master. You understand? We should be gathering together, man. It's high time now that we awake out of this sleep, this slumber that we in, And it's time for us to wake up and join to one another. Start to love other black people again. Start to love your black brothers and sisters, Native Indians and Hispanic brothers and sisters, man. Start to look at them like pure gold, because that's what they are, according to the Most High. According to the Most High, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are the salt of the earth, man. We give the earth flavor, man. And it's locking for my language, but niggas love salt so much it's killing them. If we love our brother and sister halfway we love all this damn salt, we be all right, K.O. We be good to go, man. You understand? Read it from the top again.
Comes the book of Zephaniah, chapter 2, verse 1.
Uh-huh.
Gather yourselves together.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, gather together, O nation not desired.
Gather together, O nation not desired, man. You understand? And when has it ever been a time where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians really got the credit for being the trendsetters here in America? When has there ever been a time where blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got the credit for being the real inventors, the real engineers, the real hardcore mathematicians, the real scientists? You understand? The real innovators here in America. When have blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians got the real true credit they deserve, man? Not never. Not never, because the boot heel that we're under, the boot heel that our necks is under, man, refuses to give us any type of recognition in this place. You understand? We was lazy, shiftless, and good for nothing when we were building America. When we were paving all the streets and making it possible for towns to be connected through our work on the roads and through our stoplights and through our traffic rules and making travel safe. If it wasn't for that, you know what I'm saying? While we were making that possible for the oppressor, he was calling us lazy and shiftless. You understand? While we were floating logs down the Mississippi to build up America, to build up all those towns and cities all along the Mississippi, they were calling us lazy and shiftless. While we were picking all the cotton, cutting all the sugar cane, stomping out, and harvesting all the rice in South Carolina, getting all the tobacco up all over the South, we were lazy and shiftless, man. To come to find out, we was brewing all the Jack Daniels you could ever want to have. We were the life of the party, man. We made it possible for the so-called oppressor to have a strong drink, man. He got that Jack Daniels and he thought he was the man. So much and so he put his name on it, and all along it was a black man. All along it was a black man that was responsible for the recipe for Jack Daniels. Did Jack Daniels company come back and pay that family off the billions and billions of dollars Jack Daniels have made over the hundreds of years it's been in business? That's why we say the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. The oppressor takes and takes and takes and takes and after he's done taking it all, he come back to take the rest, man. You understand? Drop that. Go to Jeremiah, I want to say 50:6. We're gonna go there again. Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 6.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep.
My people what?
Have been lost sheep.
This is Jeremiah you understand, inspired by the Most High to write the truth. And what did Jeremiah say again, N.W.O?
My people have been lost sheep.
Why we have been lost, man? Because we don't know our culture. We're sitting over here in a country. And you got blacks fighting over colors, N.W.O. You got I'm wearing blue and N.W.O wearing red, and that makes us enemies. You understand? Tell the Crips and the Bloods to chill out, man. You understand? We fight against one another because we don't know our history, man. We lost. We fight against one another because we lost. You understand? We fight over blocks and streets that are not ours because we're lost. We fight one another. Black women fight black men because we lost. You understand? Our kids grow up in broken homes, in single parent homes because we're lost. Those kids grow up to be extra emotional, and soon as they get upset, they go pick up a Draco or the 9 or that Nina or whatever assault rifle, that 38 special, whatever they can find, because we lost. Read it again.
This book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep.
Mm-hmm.
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Their who?
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Man, our shepherds, who claim to be the shepherds over God's people, over black people anyway. When you go into that nasty, disgusting whorehouse we call a Christian church. They go in that Christian church and say, "Oh, I'm the shepherd. The shepherd of the flock." That's a a byword that nasty homo pastor uses. He uses the byword saying he's the shepherd. When Jeremiah said the shepherd, what?
Their shepherds have caused them to go astray.
Yeah, these pastors, man, these disgusting, you understand, homosexual, money grubbing charlatan pastors, man, have been robbing the community blind and not giving us any truth, not teaching us anything out them scriptures, man. Our shepherds cause us to go astray. Why? Because the Christian church ain't teaching the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. You jump in anytime, N.W.O. The Christian church ain't telling you to stop eating pork. The Christian church is not telling you that voting is a crime against the Lord. The Christian church is not even defining what sin is. You got some Christian churches saying cussing is a sin. You got other Christian church. You got Christian pastors. They starting to say cuss words, profanity in the pulpit now. You got some disgusting pastors are starting to, use some prophet like hell and damn. They starting to use that in the pulpit, to be radical. Well, some pastors say that's profanity is a sin against God. Some pastors say listening to rap music is a sin against God. Some pastors say that any music that you listen to that's not Christian, that's not gospel, is a sin. You understand? When really what's the sin is anything that transgress the law. And I haven't read in the law where profanity is a transgression against the law of God. I never read it. I've been looking for it for a long time, N.W.O, where it says profanity goes against the law of God. Thou shalt not use profanity. You understand? I ain't found it yet. I also have not found where listening to rap music, thou shalt not listeneth to the rappeth. You understand? I never heard that before. You understand? Go ahead. Come on with it.
Go on what you're talking about language or coming off how we come across aggressive and manly.
Right.
You know what I mean? In 2 Corinthians 11:6, it says, but though I be rude in speech,
yet
not in knowledge.
That's it. That's it right there, man. That's the precept for every Christian pastor saying, "Oh, you cussing? Oh, brother, you cussing and you're reading out the Bible?" Like the two should never go together. Like it's a known fact that if you read out the Bible, you can't say any profane words. You understand? Read it again.
But though I be rude in speech, yet not in knowledge.
This is Paul's letter to the Corinthians, man. You understand? Paul said, though I be rude in speech. That's all profanity. It's rude speech, man. You understand? It's rude speech. Though I be rude in speech, but not what?
But not in knowledge.
And but Paul wasn't rude in knowledge. You understand? He was very knowledgeable. You understand? He walked hand in hand with Christ. So he knew the law. He knew his stuff, man. So now why again, our shepherds, man, the ones that we deem worthy enough to have watch over our spiritual soul. You know, and the ones that tell, oh, we watch for your soul, brother. No, you don't, man. You watch for the skirt tails. You watch watching for every prime little boy that you can touch and feel on. You watching for everybody's wife. That's what you doing. That's what the Christian pastors doing here in all these churches all over America, man. Being looked after like they committing, like they are working miracles in that place. Got all the women tending to them. Got all the women, carrying a briefcase and making them bake spaghetti. These shepherds here in America, man, over the flock of the Most High, over the lost sheep of the 12 tribes of Israel, they are something else, man. They are something else. Keep going.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains.
They have turned them away on the mountains, meaning the shepherds have turned the people away over on the mountains, over here. You know what I'm saying? Over in the high places, they turning folk away. Over, in West Virginia, where all the Rocky Mountains at. The shepherds turning people away over there. Go ahead.
They have gone from mountain to hill.
They gone all over. Like these traveling revivals go all over everywhere. They going to this church and that church. They traveling from mountain to hills, man. Go ahead.
They have forgotten their resting place.
They don't have no resting place. Some of these pastors, they be on the road all year long, just going all over the place, just preaching and lying and preaching and raping and murdering and lying and filling on molesting and raping and lying and molesting and lying and raping and murdering and lying. Chaotic war. The lying never ceases. They just going back and forth all over everywhere, just lying and committing every sin and debauchery you can possibly imagine. And no one's holding them accountable but the Isupk. They run from the UPK. First of all, no Christian wants to even talk to us Israelites. And the Isupk, they don't want to talk to us because we cut them so bad. That's why you don't see pastors. You used to see back in the day, you used to see pastors with Christianity. They come out knocking on your door, trying to give you a track, trying to give you something with some scriptures on it. They don't even do that no more. Jehovah's Witnesses got the Christian church beat now. Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's Witnesses showed up at my door this morning, N.W.O. And it was two Hispanic elderly women, both from the tribe of Isupk, right? They asked me, they said, well, we've been going around spreading, information about the upcoming celebration of Christ's death. I said, oh Lord, I like to drop right there, N.W.O. Because I said, whoa, wait a minute. I'm a Hebrew Israelite, and I don't celebrate my king's death. That was a tragic thing that happened. Go ahead. Okay, that was a tragic thing that happened. I said, my father died, a while back, and I don't celebrate his death. Who does that? You know what I'm saying? I didn't grow up with my father, but I still love my father. Who gonna celebrate the death of their father? Who gonna celebrate the death of somebody important to them? And Christ was very important to us, man. Christ was our king, man. And he was brutally murdered, tortured. He died from asphyxiation, man. He didn't die because the whipping all night was another thing. So he endured whooping all night with lashes, just like you whoop a slave with a whip. You trying to tell me Christ wasn't black? Just like they did over here in America with our forefathers. They whipped them with whips, with bull whips, with metals on the end of it. They did that over here in America too, man. What they did with Christ was they whipped Christ with they used to call it a cat of nine tails, N.W.O. And it was a whip spread out. It was a handle and the whip. It was a whip at one end, and then as it got towards the end, it started fanning out into different cords. You understand? And those cords at the tip end of it it would have either spikes or razors or something to cut into the flesh. That's what they beat Christ with, and they said it was whipping him and ripping the flesh off his back. And you trying to tell me, after going through all of that, then the next day they put a 100-pound or how many pounds that cross weighed, put it on his back, put a crown of thorns on his head, and made him march up Golgotha's hill to be crucified, man. You trying to tell me to celebrate that? Jehovah's Witnesses are disgusting pieces of garbage, man. And whoever's over that Jehovah's Witness man, the Lord's punishment is coming to them. They already suffering anyway. But I pray the Lord really has something special for them, man. Because the way our king died was not a good thing to be celebrating, man. And I told them those two Hispanic women there, man, that you don't celebrate somebody's death, man. How sick is that? Christ didn't celebrate his death. Christ was celebrating the Passover, man. Go ahead.
And it's like we got a channel, UPK Charlotte, right? It's a few videos where we talking to Jehovah's Witness and Christian. We try to talk to them. They lose their damn mind.
Right.
Everybody out there, UPK Charlotte, we got a channel. Subscribe to the channel. I got a video.
Come on with it.
Christ, Osalaha was trying to talk to these brothers and sisters, and they just broke out in tongues. We got a video.
Oh my God, you got to show that video.
Got a video called Christians Going Wild.
Christians. Yeah, man.
And they just broke out in tongues, man.
Come on, play that joint. Again, N.W.O is referencing our channel. Go subscribe to Isupk Charlotte. Get those likes up, get those shares up. tell your mama, tell your auntie, tell your uncles, tell your cousins, sisters, cousin to go subscribe to Isupk Charlotte, and you will see this video where our officer Lahab, officer 5000 Lahab, he is from the tribe of Issachar as well, the same tribe that the two women came at my door this morning. He's from the tribe of Issachar. So he goes to try to talk to these Christians, and these Christians lose their goddamn mind, man. Start trying to speak. And my thing was against the Christians, right? I pick on Christians all the time with that bashkala, hishikashi tashi, tie my bow tie, bull jive. If that was real, one of us by now would have suffered some punishment for picking on them the way we do. Hishikashi tashi. Because the Lord ain't in that, man. You understand? The Most High is still the Most High. And going against the Most High will get you killed. You understand? I know. I seen it happen. But now, that Hishikashi Tashi ain't of the Lord. How do you know? Is all you got to do is read. All you got to do is maybe open the book every now and then and read what's in there, and stop letting it collect dust on grandmama's coffee table. You understand? Every Christian pastor should open the book up and read it rather than getting their sermons out that little pamphlet they get all the time. You understand? Go ahead, play that joint.
See the lie of the Christian church goes forward is that because there was death that came into the world, which I do with sin, and because of sin, there was a situation that had to be dealt with, because now there was death that was coming into the life of every man, woman, and child. And so now, because God is infinite wisdom, did not desire for man to continue to be in this perpetual state of sin, in this perpetual state of the reason y'all the transgression of the law. See, ladies and gentlemen, sin is a transgression of the law. The gospel message, and it's unfortunate. Jesus, hey, that's what you see the line. Yes, we do have opposition. Understand that when you preach the message of the gospel, when you preach the message of God, when you preach the fact that the gospel message is for every man, woman, and child, you don't even know how to answer that. God does not for everyone. God gave the law to him. We understand that there are people who don't agree with that message, but it's a false doctrine. It's a false message.
You know what I'm saying? You can put it back. Okay. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? Find that spot. That's what Christians think that mumbo jumbo work, man. They think that psycho babble work. They think that, you know, if they get in a bind, they can just be like, they think that bull jive is gonna save them out of you know, whatever turmoil they going through. And that's another thing, man. That's how you know that we are so lost and we're so destroyed here in this place where we think psycho babble, which that psycho babble puts people in institutions, man, with the padded walls. You gonna start seeing that in places. You're gonna start seeing it, man. You're gonna see times where it's gonna be some old grandmama, you know, all that bumbo jumbo, and that's gonna get her locked up, man, because they're gonna deem her unfit to function in society. You understand? I never seen such, you know, insane action that you know, now they having mercy. They having mercy on blacks, Hispanics right now. But after a while, they're going to get tired of that. They're going to get tired of all the time having to deal with, you know, a Christian that's so enveloped in Christianity where they screaming out, babbling like a bumbling buffoon. Now you go to the so-called Caucasian, they Christians too. They Christians too, but they never, in those Caucasian churches, they don't be speaking in tongues. They don't be speaking, thinking, mumbling babble, thinking that they speaking in tongues, thinking that they doing what the Bible says do. They do not. You may find some white congregations that are mimicking themselves after black people, mimicking themselves after the black Christian church, and that's where you see them rolling around in the floor, acting like they are some disease ridden, act like they got rabies, rolling around in the floor, man. You know what I'm saying? Acting like they can't help themselves, and like they going crazy, like they possessed with a demon. You understand? That's what it looks like. It looks like you possessed with a demon and you can't get it off of you. So it comes out. It just comes out when you get excited. When you get to some opposition, you get excited and start going crazy, man. You understand? Come on with it.
Right at it,
Jesus Christ came to this earth to save sinners. He came to this earth to save every man, woman, and child, because every single person on the face of this earth commits sin. Every single person commits sin, and every single person needs salvation from Jesus Christ.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 15. Verse 21. But he answered and said, I am not sick. I am not sick. I am not sick, but unto the lost sheep of the house of Israel.
You know what I'm saying? Jesus died for everyone. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. They're a bunch of liars, man. Hallelujah. Jesus is and because they're a bunch of liars, Jesus is the reason our people are destroyed.
She start going into it. Bascula. I gotta find the exact moment. Shout out to Officer Kazak Shapal. He pulled a precept about it on 2 Timothy 2:16. It says, but shun profane and vain babbling.
Right.
For they will increase unto more ungodliness.
Right. And 2 Timothy 2:15 says, study to show thyself approved. You understand? The workman that needed not to be ashamed to rightly divide the word of truth. And how do you learn how to rightly divide the word of truth? You got to come into the Isupk to do so. If you don't come into the Isupk to do so, then you'll run to the Christian church. You'll run and get the complete wrong interpretation of what these scriptures is trying to tell us, man. And you'll find yourself still going to the Christian church, still let that homosexual pastor lead you into oblivion, man. The blind leading the blind, man. You understand? Go keep reading it in Jeremiah.
God's book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place. Verse 7. All that found them have devoured them.
All that found us devoured us, man. Every nation that found out that we were the Israelites have used us to gain great wealth, to be the prominent people on the earth. They pushed us down under their boot heels so they could rise above us. Use us to get high in their places. Use our minds. Use our women. Use our children used our fighting spirit, man. Used our very essence to become whatever the hell they wanted to be here in this godforsaken place, man. That's what drives me to push this truth, man. That's what drives me to push this truth everywhere I can find, everywhere I can have a voice to do it. I'm going to do it, man, because what's happened to us is unlike any other captivity, because in Egypt, we knew we was the Israelites. We knew we was God's chosen people. We just started serving other gods. In the Assyrian captivity, we knew we were the Israelites. We just, sinned against God. In the Babylonian captivity, we knew we was the Israelites. We get to the captivity of America, and we don't know we the Israelites. It's been wiped out. It's been wiped out. You understand? Hold your finger right there. Go to Psalms 83. Go to Psalms 83. This is what David said, man. David is the author of the book of Psalms. You understand? So now we're going to see what David said about these other nations, man.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 83, and verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Now start at verse 1.
Verse 1. Keep not thou silence, O Yahweh.
Keep not thy silence, O Yahweh. David is saying, look, don't be silent no more. Don't ignore this anymore. Go ahead.
Hold not thy peace.
And
be not still.
O
Yahweh. Verse 2. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
A tumult means to make a stir, a disturbance. The enemies of the Most High is disturbing the Lord's people. They're creating discord, creating conflict. That's what a tumult is. A conflict, a disturbance. Go ahead.
And they that hate thee.
And they that hate the Most High, go ahead.
Have lifted up the head.
They've lifted up the head. Meaning not only are they prideful now, but they've gained a high spot. They gain position. Go ahead.
Verse 3, they have taken crafty counsel.
They have what?
Taken crafty counsel.
These enemies of the Most High, they have taken crafty counsel. You understand? They have come together and they've started crafting things. They've counseled with one another and said, hey, what shall we do about this? Hey, these Hebrews over here, what shall we do about them? Those are the Lord's chosen people right there. But they got this, they got that. Hey, they got wealth. They got that. Look, we need to deal wisely with them. They taking crafty counsel. Go ahead.
Against our people.
Against us. They was against the Lord's people, man. They taking crafty counsel to be against us. Go ahead.
And consulted against thy hidden one. They have said, come and let us cut them off.
Let us do what?
Cut them off.
Let us cut them off. That's the first thing they did with this captivity. Let us cut them off. Go ahead.
From being a nation.
From being a nation. Meaning, hey man, look, these people can't be gathered together as a nation anymore. And what's going on here in America right now? Black people, we a race. They know we're a race of people, but what race? They're just blacks. The blacks. I tell you, African, Pan-African. Oh, we'll make them be African. We'll make them be African-American. You African-American brothers, queen, hey, my queen and king. Hey, Wakanda forever. Yeah, all of that. Yeah, you can be African. You can be African and just pussy and you can do all that. But be a child of God. Be the lost soul child. Oh, wait a minute. Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, what? No, why you figure that? There was one time they was calling us the first Asiatic man. The Muslim was saying we was the Asiatic man. Now we Asian. But when it comes to being the Lord's people, wait a minute. Not the Lord's people. You're African. You're African, man. Why you gonna neglect your African roots, brother? Buy this dashiki. Put on that dashiki. Get that African sign with the red, green, and black, brother. You negating your Kwanzaa roots. Come on with it.
And they have said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation." That the name of Yasha may be no more in remembrance.
Maybe that the name of Yasha, what's Yasha in English? Israel. That the name of Israel, they don't remember the name of Israel no more. May be no more in their remembrance. Meaning, you cut a whole nation of people off from being who they are, and you make it so that they never remember who they were. You cut them off from being a nation, and that the name of Yasha may no more be in their remembrance. You understand? The so-called Jewish man ain't going through that. He ain't the quasi, those Khazarian Empire Jews ain't going through a nation of people trying to wipe them out so they can't remember that they was Israel. Matter of fact, they remember. They remembered how they think they Israel. Well, our grandmama, 89 generations back, married Solomon, and so that make us shut up. You understand? Pumping our people full of these goddamn lies, man. Go ahead.
And the great lengths they went through to make sure we didn't remember our name with the brutal whippings and like how you always bring out, show how like back in slavery, it wasn't illegal for you to read, but it was illegal for a slave to read this Bible.
Right.
We would figure out who the hell we are.
Right. But they'll teach you how to read them blueprints all day. Yeah. You better read them blueprints and build my building. You better build it perfect. And everybody is encouraged to come to the Passover, man, that get the itinerary, because that Stagville tour, the Stagville plantation is going down. I'm gonna get it for you. I'm gonna get it for you because I'm gonna get that itinerary for you, because this is very important that every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian know about the Stagville plantation, man. Every Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian needs to know about the Stagville plantation. The Stagville plantation is a plantation right here in Raleigh, North Carolina. Let me see. It's right in Raleigh, North Carolina. And what they have at the Stagville plantation was they have a barn that was built with no nails. They have a, man, when I tell you Black people, these slaves, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians as slaves were so detrimental to the Caucasians. No wonder they died and killed themselves when slavery was abolished, because they was getting so much they was getting so many resources from us that it was ridiculous, man. They done built the slaves in Stagville done built their whole barn with no nails. You got to come and see it. You got to come and see it. The Stagville tour is March the 30th, and I can't see. I need to see the blow up the flyer, but I can't see it to blow it up. Hold on, maybe. It's March the 30th. but it's limited seats. It's March the 30th, and please visit isupk.com. It's the Stagville Slave Plantation Tour. It's going to be March the 30th. All right. Commander General Yohana and the ISUPK have rented buses, tour buses that's going to carry everybody there to the Stagville Plantation. You understand? And if you're listening to the classes, man, you listen to this class and you're not in the ISUPK, please come join us for the 54th Lord's Annual Passover. You understand? We are inviting all Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Come see your nation, man. When my first Passover, I like to cry when I had to leave, because I had never experienced Black and brown love like that in my life. It's some people that's coming to the Passover that don't speak a lick of English, but we all understand Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. We all understand that. And that is so precious. It's so precious to be able to identify with Latin brothers, Cuban brothers, Puerto Rican brothers that don't speak a lick of English. But you can say Shalom, brother. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua Barakatah. And he'll say, Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahshua. And we both know what we're saying, man. That's glorious, man. And the Lord is in it. The Lord is with us when we do this, man. When we eat that lamb and drink that wine, and you will never be in a place where 5,000 Black people, 10,000 Black people is in the same roof and nobody fighting. Drop your wallet on the floor and you'll hear over the excuse me. Shemai. Someone has dropped their wallet. Someone has dropped their wallet. And you understand? That you can't go nowhere on the planet where you drop your wallet and they're gonna hunt you down to give you your wallet back and not gonna take nothing out of it. You know what I'm saying? Man, come on, man. You can't find a place like that, but you can in the ISUPK. You can in the ISUPK. All you sisters out there that's so tired of being lonely. I'm so sick of being lonely. You understand? Come into the ISUPK. Not to necessarily just get a man, which you can, but you can find you a family, man. You can find your sisters that will welcome you, more than your own family will, man. A whole nother family, a worldwide family that you will always be a part of, man. You understand? Come back to your nation. Let's put an end to our captivity, man. Come on, keep reading.
Don't come that the name of Yahshua may be no more in remembrance. Verse 5, for they have consulted together with one consent.
They consulted together with one consent to wipe out our memory, man. To wipe out who we are as a nation. To make it so that we don't even remember that we Israel, man. You understand? That's what happened to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We've been wiped, we've been ground to piss to where we don't even remember that we once were Israelites. That we once were a great nation of 12 tribes, and those 12 tribes consisted of the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, what's now called the Puerto Ricans, what's now called the Cubans, what's now called the Haitians, what's now called the Mexicans, what's now called the Guatemalans, what's now called the brothers and sisters in Honduras. Come on, Brazil. That's what's happened to us, man. Our West Indian brothers from Jamaica and the Bahamas and Trinidad. Come on, man. We've been scattered and destroyed. Names have been changed, and no longer do we remember us being called Israel. Crafty counsel has been taken against us, Black man and woman. You understand? And it's right here in the scriptures, man. It's right here in the scriptures. This is the Old Testament. Psalms 83. You understand? Now go to Deuteronomy 28 and 49.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49.
Mm-hmm.
The Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far.
The Most High shall what?
Bring a nation against thee from far.
Well, okay, let's pause right there. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 1.
This is what Moses said to the children of Israel as he come down from off Mount Sinai, right? Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Most High thy power, to observe and to do all his commandments.
Moses said, look, if you gotta hearken diligently. I mean, you gotta listen. You gotta listen diligently to do what's commanded of you by the Most High. Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day,
that
the Most High thy power will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
The Most High is gonna do what?
Set thee high above all nations of the earth.
The prophecy that Moses is going to, he's going into saying, look, if you do what the Most High tells us to do, follow these laws, statutes, and commandments, the Lord is going to set us high above every nation on the earth. Meaning, we're going to be the first-class citizens of the earth. All the other nations are going to fall beneath us. We're going to be at the top. You know how every time you look at TV now, well, okay, within the past year or two, since the LGBT folk have been, bombarding us with that nasty, disgusting lifestyle, you used to find that every commercial on TV was white people, was the Caucasian man at the height of his life. You understand? Every time you see a Dove commercial, it was somebody white going, buy Dove. It was some white face, they having fun. They going, and you still see it today. My joint is the Big Wolf Lodge. It's a vacation spot called the Wolf Lodge or something. Somebody type it in if you can help a brother out. If you know what it is. It's the Great Wolf Lodge or something like that, where they go and your whole family can have fun. It's like an inside water park. And what they show when they show the commercial is they just showing all of the Caucasian kingdom having fun with water and slide down the water slides and having all kind of fun in America. All Caucasian faces, and when you want to get away, go to the Great Wolf Lodge. And there was a time to where every commercial you saw, it was catered towards Caucasian fun and them living their best life. But imagine a world where every advertisement is a black face. Is a Hispanic face smiling, having a good time. All your movie commercials, the superheroes are black, the movie stars are black. When you see the cop, when you see the police commercial, the guy, saving the earth, he with his gun, he black. Imagine a world where every prestigious position that's held in this place where you stay, that's advertised on the media platforms. Imagine if all of them were of your nation, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Just imagine that. I know it's far-fetched. I can't even put it in my head, N.W.O, because every time I try to think about it, a white face Slides in the picture. I can't help it. Been indoctrinated with this Christianity so long that, you know, it just oozes through the goddamn walls. I try to get all the paleness out of my life, but you can't do it. You can't do it. I was just expressing to someone today that the so-called oppressor has taken over every market on the planet. You understand? We go to him for want of all things, man. We can't. Where's the black soap owned company that just makes soap for black people? Where is the rubber band, the black owned rubber band company, where all they do is make rubber bands by black people? Where is the black owned the black owned knife store? The knives, all the knives are made handcrafted by blacksmiths that are black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. Where's all the plastic bottles that's produced in America? Where is the black owned plastic bottle producer? Come on, man. Go ahead.
We was on the way there, right? Until we decided to join hand in hand.
Say it again.
So like we was on the way of, you know, having our own bottle companies or anything you could name, own commercials, all of that Black Wall Street, until we decided to integrate into this society.
Until we took the elixir that Martin Luther King was selling. We took the elixir and we joined ourselves to this oppressor, and then black commerce went away. The black movie theaters went away. The black cab service went away. The black hospitals went away. And if you go and search Isupk Durham, you'll see the lecture that we did last week on Black Wall Street here in North Carolina. That we had a prominent hospital. It was Lincoln Hospital, man. It was Lincoln Hospital for black people, where black women could go and have their babies, man, and know that they was getting the best care. You understand? My mother she wasn't born in a hospital. She was born where the midwife came to your house and delivered your baby at the house if you couldn't afford the hospital stay. So my mother was born with a midwife and her mother in her bedroom with the midwife, just like back in Egypt. So she knew that she was getting the best care because this was a black woman. This wasn't somebody from another nation just hoping she'd hurry up and have her baby so they can clear the bed out. You understand? We lost here, man. We are extremely lost and oppressed under this nation, and the only way we're going to get out of this oppression is to turn back to the Most High. It's to start following his laws, statutes, and commandments. Stop listening to that nasty, disgusting Christian pastor that we have over us right now, and we need to turn and focus ourselves to the Isupk and fall up under Commander General Yohana. We fell up under that Christian pastor for so long, and he failed us. Give Commander General Yohana a shot, man. Give him a shot. Give everybody else a shot. Damn it. Give him a shot. That's what I don't understand, N.W.O. We are such a people that we fall from nigger to nigger to nigger. Then we got a man named Commander General Yohana that is saying, look, I ain't gonna take your tithes and get Lear jets with it. I ain't gonna take your tithes and get Mercedes Benzes with it. I'm gonna take that money and pay bills. And he doing it. Pay light bills, pay phone bills, pay mortgages. That's what I'm gonna do with your money. And we're, okay, them Israelites, the UPK. Who said the Lord and went there with the UPK? Shut up, man. You understand? It irks me. It angers me. It vexes me to my soul that we can fall up under all these other men and women that screw and mess up our lives. But then but we can't give Commanding General Hunter a try though. We can't give that a try. Sound too much like right, huh? Come on, man. Where we at?
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 49.
Uh-huh.
The Most High shall bring a nation against thee from far, from the end of the earth, as swift as the eagle flies.
As swift as the eagle flies, man. This nation swooped down. And let's one second. Let's bring out the book real quick. There we go. From Babylon to Timbuktu. I'm gonna bring out from Babylon to Timbuktu how this nation came against us as swift as the eagle flieth, man. As swift as the eagle flieth at page 84.
This is
page 84. This book is called From Babylon to Timbuktu. It's written by a temple scholar, Rudolph A. Windsor. He was a professor at Temple University during the 80s, I think. So now this is From Babylon to Timbuktu. You can buy this book off Amazon. It's $13. Page 84, and this is the second paragraph of page 84. Go ahead.
In the year 65 BC, the Roman armies under General Pompey captured Jerusalem.
The Roman armies in 65 BC, 65 years before Christ, which makes perfect sense because when Christ walked the earth, he was battling against the Romans. He was fleeing the Romans. He was all the time persecuted by the Romans. They was trying to catch him. They had a bounty on his head. They had a warrant out for his arrest with that traitor Judas. That traitor Judas, you understand, they put a warrant out for Christ's arrest worth 30 shekels. You understand? And Judas snitched on him, man. Come on with it.
70 AD, General Vespasian and his son Titus put an end to the Jewish state with great slaughter.
70 AD, 70 years after they murdered Christ, they said, man, look, the Romans said, look, we've been occupying this place. We've been occupying Jerusalem, watching them go through their disputes with their law and all that stuff, man. These niggas getting on our nerves. Let's just kill them all. Let's just kill them all off, and we can own the land ourselves. So they started 70 AD. They put an end to the Jewish state. Go ahead.
With great slaughter.
With what?
Great slaughter.
No, with the Trail of Tears.
Great slaughter.
No, they just herded them and told them, kindly disperse.
With great slaughter.
With great slaughter, man. Meaning they killed a great number of our people, man. Go ahead.
During the period of the military governors of Palestine, many outrages and atrocities were committed against the residue of the people.
Many atrocities were committed against the residue, the ones that they didn't run out, the ones that was like, nah, man, this is my homeland, man. I'm not running away from my homeland. I stayed here during the Roman captivity, and when y'all took it over, now y'all trying to just kill us all off? Nah, man, I ain't leaving. Go ahead.
During the period from Pompey to Julius, it has been estimated that over 1 million Jews,
over what?
1 million Jews.
1 million Jews. Go ahead. They did what? They did what? They fled. They ran. Go ahead. Into where? Africa. Well, so okay, if they had to run into Africa, they wasn't in Africa before. They had to run into Africa. They were running that right down that Gaza Strip. If you look at the Gaza Strip, you look at the nation of Israel, you will see right along the border of Israel is the Gaza Strip, man. And they ran right down to that Gaza Strip into across land into northern Africa because Israel is connected to northern Africa. Go ahead.
Fleeing from Roman persecution.
No, fleeing from Roman love.
Roman persecution.
From Roman integration.
Roman persecution.
Man, they was fleeing because Romans were persecuting the Jews. They was fleeing because the Romans were killing off the Jews like you kill cockroaches, man. Come on with it.
Roman persecution and slavery.
And what?
Slavery.
They said they trying to get away from slavery, man. They wasn't trying to, we wasn't trying to be slaves. We wasn't volunteering for no mass slavery, some kind of mass migration or what they trying to call it today. We wasn't volunteering to be slaves. We was trying to flee our homeland, trying to escape being persecuted and being captured as slaves. You understand? That's what we were doing. Go ahead.
The slave markets were full of black Jewish slaves.
The slave markets were full of black what?
Jewish slaves.
Full of what?
Jewish slaves.
They was full of what color?
Black Jewish slaves.
They was full of car's eyes.
Black Jewish slaves.
They was full of pale-faced Jewish slaves.
Black Jewish slaves.
They were full of niggas. Don't sit here and try to tell me that black people ain't the real Jews, man. Why would you flee into a land of dark-skinned people if you're pale-faced like Netanyahu and them, man? How could you hide amongst dark-skinned people if you wasn't dark-skinned, man? Remember, the 9.5 tribes already gone. They already fled during the Assyrian captivity, right? They already fled the homeland, going to a land that no one has occupied, coming over here to the Americas. So now in 70 AD, while the rest of the Jews, mainly Benjamin, Judah, and Levi, the ones that stayed under Roman persecution in Jerusalem, mainly us, the darker tribes, Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, we stayed. The bulk of us did. Now you do have some, like history states, there was black people over here in America. Blah, blah, blah. Yes, there were. Some of them we were already scattered. In the New Testament, James 1:1, we were dispersed all over everywhere. You understand? But that still was people in the homeland. That still were many of us, Benjamin, Levi, and Judah, in the homeland. It said right there, over 1 million of us fled into northern Africa, fled into Africa, escaping the Roman persecution and slavery. The slave markets weren't full of Africans. What you know what I'm saying? Like, they made us believe that wicked lie that Africans were selling Africans, which is such a, when I say they, I mean the oppressor. That the oppressor, the Caucasian race, those scholars had the idea. They took crafty counsel against us to now want to direct us to Africa, want to make us be African. Why? That's smart. It's smart to make the Jews be African. No sweat. We got the dictionary in here. You got the Zondervan, right?
It's like, if I can add,
come on with it.
Africans know that we not their people.
Right.
I was talking to a man from Cameroon, and he kept calling me brother, right? So I'm like, so you never said anything bad about black people in America? He like, nah. So I said, when you around your family, have they ever said anything bad about black people? My man just got quiet. I was like, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, I know. I think racist as hell.
Hey, look, but they call us brother because everybody on the planet want to be associated with the Israelites, man. They want to try to get in with us somehow. But they think this is what these other nations think. They think that if we accept them, that the Most High will. That's what they think. They think if we accept them, then when Christ comes back and wants to and requires judgment, requires blood, then we're going to step up and say, "Don't kill my African friend. He's my brother." And Christ is going to be like, "Oh, you get a pass." But that's not how it's going to work. That's not how it's going to work. Black man, black woman, you understand? You try to stand up for another nation when Christ comes back, and both of your heads going to roll because you picking and choosing. You're choosing. That's why the Bible says, "Choose ye this day whom ye will serve." Will it be the Most High, or will it be the white man's God? Mammon, money. You understand? Some kind of position here in America when this place is gonna burn, man. This place is gonna be destroyed. Come on with it. Let's read the definition of Ham and let's see how black people are not Africans. Come on with it.
This is the definition of Ham out of the Compact Zondervan Bible Dictionary.
This is out of the dictionary, man. There's no disputing this, man. This is a accredited dictionary. Go ahead.
The youngest son of Noah,
Mm-hmm.
born probably about 96 years before the flood,
Mm-hmm.
and one of 8 persons to live through the flood.
Ham, one of Noah's 3 sons, and one of the 8 people to survive the flood, man. You understand? He was born about 96 years before the flood. So when the flood happened, Ham was almost 100 years old. Noah was what? A couple of 100 years old. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
He became the progenitor of the dark race.
He became the forefather of the dark races. Go ahead.
Not the Negro.
But not the Negroes, man. You understand? Like, we need to, again, the so-called oppressor was very crafty in convincing us that because we are dark, that we belong to this nation. We belong to the African nation because we dark like them. But however, no one says that black people are East Indian. The East Indians are dark just like us. You know, the ones with the red dots on their head, the one that be doing their neck like that and with snakes, and they dark like us. The ones that worship them elephants, they dark like us. Some of them are darker than us. But no, we don't say, "Oh, we East Indian." Hey, guess what too? The Hawaiians are dark. The Polynesians and like the Rock. Don't the Rock look Mexican? The Rock look Mexican. Who else? Troy Polamalu from the Steelers back in the day. You understand? He Hawaii Samoan. Those Samoan, those Waikiki, and them Polynesians over there in Hawaii. They got light skin like the Hispanics. Don't nobody associate them with being Hispanic though. They don't. You know, if you are mistaken, they'll quickly correct you. No, I'm not Mexican. I'm Hawaiian. I'm Samoan. You understand? They had that tattoo on their arm that go all the way down here. The Rock will show you his tribal tattoos quick. You understand? It said Ham became the progenitor of what? Read that line again.
He became the progenitor of the dark races, not the Negro.
But not the Negroes, man. Ham became the progenitor of the dark races, but not the Negroes. Let's see who Ham is the father of then. Go ahead.
But the Egyptians.
But the Egyptians, that's a country in Africa. Go ahead.
Ethiopians.
But Ethiopians, that's a country in Africa.
Libyans.
Libyans, that's a country. Libya is a country in Africa.
And Canaanites.
And the Canaanites. Canaan was what was called Canaan is now called the southern part of Africa. Not South Africa, but that whole up to the halfway part. If I can have a map, I could show you, but it's not just the tip, but it's on up the Horn of Africa. You understand? That's Canaan, and that's in Africa as well. So we never were, according to the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, we never been African, man. You understand? According to Rudolph A. Windsor, we ain't African. We got our start from Jerusalem. You understand? Go to Matthew 3:26. Matthew 3:26, man.
It's the book of Matthew, chapter 3.
Is it
verse 17? Is it Mark 7:26?
Nah, it's Jerusalem is the father of us all, or the mother of us all. Hold on one second. It's Galatians 4:26, Salakia. Galatians 4:26.
This is the book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem.
But who?
Jerusalem.
Who?
Jerusalem.
Jerusalem. Go ahead.
Which is above is free.
But Jerusalem, which is above all these other nations, is free. Jerusalem, we are free people, man. You understand? We know the truth. We know we from Jerusalem. Jerusalem, which is above, is free. Go ahead.
Which is the mother of us all.
Which is the mother of us all, man. You understand? That's where we come from. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Our homeland, our motherland is Jerusalem. Now go to Isaiah 1:3. We're going to close it out with this, man.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner.
The ox knoweth his owner. Our ox is an old beast of burden. You understand? Animals really just go off instinct. Their instinct, animals are very instinctual. They have an instinct to eat. They have an instinct to mate. They have an instinct to drink a certain amount of water or eat a certain amount of grass. You understand? They're very instinctual. You know what I'm saying? That's why they say you can spook a herd, you can spook an ox, because he is instinctual. He's not a beast of prey. He's not a predator, so he's prey. So an ox is going to be constantly looking around to see what's trying to eat him. And you can spook him, and he'll go on over, try to run away. Because he's a beast that his instincts tells him to defend and hide and evade. That's what his instincts tell him to do. His instincts tell him, look, you're not eating nothing but grass. You don't have to hunt grass. You are not the hunter, you are the hunted. So since you are the hunted, run away. When you feel danger, run away. You know what I'm saying? Very instinctual. The ox knows who his owner is, though. The ox knows that, hey, my owner is the third field on the right. If I ever get lost, hit that ox on the ass, and he going right back home to the field. Go ahead.
The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib.
The ass knoweth his master's crib. Hey, that donkey, or that referred sometimes as a jackass, he knows his master's crib. Especially with them Hispanics, man. They use them donkeys, and they take the bags off, slap him on the ass, bloop, bloop, bloop. He know where his master crib is. That's just like black people talk, huh? Hey, man, that's my crib, man. That's how you know this written by black people, man. This written by niggas. Only niggas refer to the house as their crib. And they was doing it back then. And yeah, that's my crib over there. Matter of fact, in a couple minutes, I'm going to be heading back to my crib. You understand? Class going to be over. I'm going to head back to the crib. Go ahead.
But Israel.
But who?
But Israel.
But niggas. Go ahead.
Doth not know.
We don't know. Go ahead.
My people doth not consider.
Hey, look, we don't know that we Israelites. We don't even consider that we Israelites. We don't even, it don't even enter into our head that we Israelites. Keep going.
Verse 4. A sinful nation of people laden with iniquity.
Of people weighed down with iniquity. Meaning we so inundated with sin, we don't even know how to obey God's law, man. We so heavy with sin. Go ahead.
A seed of evildoers.
A seed of evildoers, meaning our forefathers, they did evil too. We are just their seed. We the seed of evildoers, man. Go ahead.
Children that are corrupt.
Children that are corrupters. Go ahead.
They have forsaken the Most High.
They have forsaken the Most High. We've forsaken our power. We turn our back on our power. Go ahead.
They have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger.
We're making the Lord angry. Every time you eat that pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, every time you go into that Christian church, you're making the Lord angry. Every time you celebrate these holidays of America and you don't celebrate the Passover and Purim and the Feast of Unleavened Bread, you're making the Lord angry. Go ahead.
They are gone away back.
They are what?
Gone away back.
That sound like what another nigga saying, man. That nigga all the way backwards. This nigga gone backwards, man. You understand? Who talks like this? Niggas talk like this. They're going the way backwards. Now listen to what else he say. Go ahead.
Verse 5. Why should ye be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick.
That's niggas talking, man. Only niggas be like, man, you sick in the head, man. I ain't never heard a white person say, you're sick in the head. Nah. It's niggas talking like that, man. We going away backwards. The Lord keep punishing us, and he keep punishing us, and we keep revolting more and more. That's what happening. Your auntie, my aunt died of diabetes, both of her legs chopped off, and I still got family that's still eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. They say it's the sugar. It's the sugar. It ain't got nothing to do with pork, nigga. It's what you eating. Why don't you eat lawful foods and maybe you can reverse them sugars. You won't have to suffer the same consequence as auntie did. You understand? We got cousins, family members that were drug dealers all their life and went to jail, served time in jail, dead. And I still got family members that's trying to sell drugs. Like, what the hell? The Lord keeps punishing us, and we still keep revolting. Our whole head is sick. We sick in the head, man. You understand? And until we solve or cure this sickness, we're gonna continue to suffer the punishments that we suffer. Not only is the Lord allowing us to be killed and shot in the street, but what about the heart attacks? What about the AIDS? What about the sexually transmitted diseases that we number one in? What about being number one in heart disease? What about being number one in every sexually transmitted disease on the planet? What about the gout? What about high blood pressure? What about cancer? What about all the other afflictions? What about COVID, man? What about COVID? What about the monkeypox? Look here. It's high time that we wake up, Israel. It's high time that we get back to serving our power, man. That's the only way we're going to get out of this captivity. That's the only way we're going to be able to free ourselves, and where Christ will come back, the Lord will send Christ back, and the army that's supposed to fight for us, those 200 million angels, no army can defeat angels, man. You understand? That's the army that's waiting to defend blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. It's the angels of the Lord, man. How honorable is that? How honorable is that to say, oh, no, we don't, Israel, we don't fight. We got angels fighting for us, man. We got angels, the Lord's army fighting for us, man. That's who comes and kills you when you come against one of us Israelites. That's who comes and kills you. That's who comes to take revenge on you. It's an angel from the Lord. How great would that be? Just like the Passover, man. You understand? Big up for the Passover, which is commemorating the death angel killing all the firstborn of Egypt instead of the Israelites, man. That's the Lord. That's what the children of Israel, that's the privilege that we have. We have the privilege of the Lord's angels coming to kill our enemies, man. Ain't you tired of fighting Israel? That's what we here for. That's why the Isupk is here under Commander General Yohana, begging and pleading every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian to come home, man, so we can have a nation again, so we can have our God, our power to fight for us, man. And it'll be a glorious day. It'll be a glorious day when our freedom comes, man. You know what I'm saying? And just like Captain Yakzak said, I'm gonna end it with this, man. Separation is our liberation, man. You understand? Separation is our liberation. Here in the Isupk, we're not trying to join ourselves and we're not trying to integrate ourselves into a burning house, but we're trying to build a house that'll never burn, man. You understand? And with that, clap it up. Pass the class over to Priest and Officer K out of war.
It's the Isupk security announcement. We are the Isupk under Commander General Yohana. Started out of 1 West.
Just move that chair out of the way. Yep. And stand back up against the
It's the Isupk security announcement. We are the Isupk under Commander General Yohana. Started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is our commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means 10th in the Hebrew. Maya Sharab, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the Treasury Department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming Holy Convocation.
Upcoming Holy Convocation is the Lord's 54th annual Passover. It's going to be Saturday, April the 1st at the Raleigh Convention Center. That's 500 South Salisbury Street, Raleigh, North Carolina. You understand? Passover activities start, though, Wednesday, March 29th from 1:30 to 5:30 p.m. with the lamb slaughter. You understand? And then after that, it's King's Bowl from 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. Also, you have the Paint the Town Red Club outing. The location is to be announced. That's the same night after King's Bowl. Or going on at the same time as King's Bowl also. So then you have March the 30th, which is the Black Wall Street tour, the Stagville tour. All right. It starts at 10 a.m. to noon, and the Stagville Slave Plantation tour starts from 1 to 3 p.m. All right. Commander General Yohana will be speaking at both of the tours. All right. And then you have that night, March the 30th, that night is the all black party starting at 7 p.m. going to midnight. That's where you have you understand all the big heavy hitters in the rap game in the Isupk gonna be there. Officer Shaw, Captain Akkad Abarayam, Captain N.W.O, Captain Katazar, what's my other brother name? Officer Karak. Oh man, so many heavy hitting rap stars in the Isupk. It's ridiculous. They're gonna be there at the black party starting at 7 p.m. on March the 30th. It's $25 per person if you have not paid your Passover fee. You know what I'm saying? If you paid your Passover fee, then it's free to get in for you. All right. Friday, March 31st, from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. is the kids party at Adventure Landing. That's $30 per child. Adventure Landing, man, it's got bouncy houses, rides, and all that stuff for the children, right? And then from 7 to 9 p.m., March 31st, is General Muhammad Scripture Breakdown class. And then from 10 p.m. to midnight, we got live jazz performance, live smooth jazz from the Reggie Bowie Project Band. You understand? Salakia, Officer Abraham of 5,000. That's the band. We're gonna try to get it down for y'all. Friday after the scripture breakdown class. So be sure you stay for that. Saturday, April 1st is the Passover. Starts at 5 p.m. You understand? It's at the Raleigh Convention Center. Then Sunday, we're going to cap off all these activities with the Feast of Unleavened Bread. It starts at 7. It goes to midnight. For more information, you can contact 919-766-1318. All right?
If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boot, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. And with that, Almadium, which means everybody stand in the Hebrew. Wapanyah HaKodam, which means everybody turn and face the east. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanau. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shemka. Yahweh. Malakwithka. Taba'ah. Ratizaka. Hayah. Aisha. Baratiza. Kawah. Hayah. Bashemayim. The thunder now. Lakom. Kab. Yawon. Wasalak now. Kabawaf now. Kasalak now. Kabawaf now. Wala'ah. Tabi'ah now. Banasaya one. Abal. Awashai now. Mayan. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalak. Waha'ala. Watapara. La'awalamya. Aman. In the English, our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors, and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. So be it. Just a prayer for the power. No, that's it. So like we're gonna give one courtesy salute to the teacher man of Israel Saul, which means the Thurs, and Israel Modern Shabbat, Amadium, Barak, Yahweh Shem Shukatah. Yah Yamatah, class is mid.